If you are an English speaker and you have spent some time trying to learn the German language, you might have noticed that there are a lot of words in German that are quite similar to English, like for example, der Kaffee, der Salat oder das Bier. However, despite sharing some common words, there are also many words that look exactly the same in English, but mean something completely different in German. There are lots of these in German and they are called false friends. Being aware of those is crucial for your conversational skills and to avoid embarrassing misunderstandings. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through 20 common German-English and English-German false friends, and make sure to stick around till the end of this video, where I'm also going to share some of my best tips on how to learn these words effectively. Excited for today's lesson? Then please give this video a like, and if we haven't met yet, hi, my name is Salome. I'm a German native teacher from Frankfurt, and I help expats and professionals to become confident and conversational in practical German so that they can navigate daily life in Germany, Switzerland, or Austria with ease. If that's something you need in your life, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my weekly lessons on practical high standard German. Also, bist du bereit? Los geht's! The first common German-English false friend is the word der Chef, or for females, die Chefin. As an English speaker, you'd probably think that this means the cook, but guess what? It doesn't mean the cook. Der Koch oder die Köchin is the word for cook in German. So when you want to send your compliments to the chef, make sure you are sending them to the Koch or Köchin. Der Chef or die Chefin actually means the boss, the supervisor, or the manager in German. And here's another fun thing to know. You can actually combine these two words if you want to refer to the person who overlooks the kitchen. So who is the boss in the kitchen, the master cook, so to speak. This would be der Chefkoch in German. Next one is die Rente. Now it would be logical to think that this word means the rent, while in German this word has nothing to do with the rent. Die Rente is the retirement income. A retiree is also called der Rentner or die Rentnerin in German, which stems from the word die Rente. The rent is actually called die Miete. So if you're looking to rent a house or an apartment in Germany and you want to know how much the rent is, you need to ask for die Miete. Also, don't get confused when the house or the apartment is described as hell in the advertisement. It doesn't mean what you think it means. Hell means bright in German. Zum Beispiel, die Wohnung ist sehr hell. The apartment is very bright. Die Hölle is the word for hell in German. This leads me to the next word that you'll need when renting in Germany. The landlord is going to ask for a Kaution, die Kaution. And nope, they're not trying to tell you to be cautious when moving in. Die Kaution is actually the security deposit for an apartment or a house. In Germany, it's very common to pay a 2-month rent as a Kaution. For caution, we'd say Achtung in German. Achtung is also something you'd hear someone scream when there is a Brand. Der Brand. This has absolutely nothing to do with a brand, but means fire. So if you hear someone yelling, Achtung, ein Brand, you better start running. We refer to Adidas, Nivea, Porsche, and Haribo as a Marke. Die Marke. The next false friend you need to look out for is the word gift. We don't want your German friendship or your relationship with the in-laws to suddenly cut over a misunderstanding like this one. Das Gift means poison or toxin. If you want to express that you have a gift, you'll need to use the word das Geschenk. Ich habe ein Geschenk für dich. I have a gift for you. And actually I do. If you are enjoying this video so far and you want to know how to fast track your German skills to the next level, I have a free ebook which is a 5-step guide on how to become fluent in German. The link to download this ebook completely for free is in the description box below. Mein Geschenk für dich. The next one we use on a daily basis, which is our Handy, das Handy. This word does not refer to the English word handy, but actually means mobile phone. Also, das ist ein Handy. The next 4 words are related to school. In Germany, if you want to study in university, you'll need to get a degree from a Gymnasium. I know that doesn't mean that you have to be a fitness enthusiast. Das Gymnasium is a school through which you graduate with a high school degree or an A-level degree. The gym in Germany is called a Fitnessstudio. Das Fitnessstudio. Yes, this word does have 3 S's. Now here comes the tricky part. In German, we also have the word Hochschule, which translated word for word means high school. So hoch means high and die Schule is the school. However, this is not your standard American high school. We refer to the Hochschule as a college or university, so a place where you join a bachelor, for example, or master program. The next word is die Note. You might think it means the notes as in taking notes, but actually the word has 2 meanings in German. It can either mean the grade, so the grades that you score in a test, for example, or it can also mean the music note, and that kind of is the same meaning as in English. The things you're writing in your notebook, however, are called die Notizen in German. And to take notes is Notizen machen. Let's move on to math class. Eine Billion is not 1 billion, even though this word is exactly the same. A billion in German is eine Milliarde. Und eine Billion is a trillion in English. Confusing? I'll put the numbers on screen so you see exactly how many zeros there are. So eine Million, a million. Eine Milliarde is a billion. And then eine Billion is a trillion. The next word that German learners often confuse is the verb spenden. You might think this means to spend, like in to spend time or to spend money. But actually in German, this means to donate. Die Spende is the donation and etwas spenden is to donate something. Zum Beispiel kannst du Kleidung oder Geld spenden. You can, for example, donate a clothes or money. In order to express to spend time or money, there are actually 2 different words for it. To spend time in German is Zeit verbringen. Zum Beispiel, am Wochenende verbringe ich viel Zeit mit meiner Familie. And to spend money is Geld ausgeben. Zum Beispiel, ich gebe viel Geld fürs Reisen aus. And Achtung, ausgeben is a separable verb, which means the prefix aus is separated from the verb stem and placed at the end of the sentence. If you're not quite there yet with all of these grammar terms, don't worry. I have a whole 60-minute lesson for beginners to help you kickstart your language learning journey successfully. The link to join for free is in the description box below, and I would love to see you in class. As you can see, it's not just the nouns that can be false friends, but there are also verbs that can be misleading, and there are a whole lot more of them. Like, for example, bekommen. Bekommen does not mean to become. So the sentence, ich bekomme ein Pilot is not correct. Bekommen actually means to get something. Like, for example, ich bekomme einen Kaffee bitte. If you want to say, I will become a pilot, you'll need the verb werden. Ich werde ein Pilot. Or, ich werde Mama. Ich werde Papa. Speaking of babies, if you have a child or children, they are called das Kind, or plural die Kinder. Not to confuse with the English word kind, like in to be kind. Nett would be the actual translation of kind. Another adjective that is a false friend is the word brav, which doesn't mean brave, but it means well behaved. The word for brave in German is mutig. Zum Beispiel, mein Kind ist brav und mutig. My kid is well behaved and brave. The next false friend that has to be mentioned is the word der See. You might think it's the sea, which is only true if it's die See. Yep, that's right, one word with multiple articles and multiple meanings. But let's not get discouraged, okay? I'll explain. Der See in German is the lake. So in the summertime, if your German friends say something like Lass uns zum See fahren, they mean that they want to go to the lake. Now, die See, like in die Nordsee or die Ostsee, is the word for sea. Are you still following? Let me know in the comments how you're doing with these false friends and if you've ever encountered a misunderstanding in a conversation because of a false friend. I'm curious to know. Now, the next couple of false friends are definitely some that you don't want to confuse, so you won't offend anyone or even feel offended. So let's dive in. First one is dick. Dick in German means fat or thick. So it could potentially be offensive in either language. I'll just leave it at that. So let's move on to the next one. Die Fahrt can also cause a lot of situational laughter when discussing your trip on the weekend or your holidays. When you hear a German speak about die Fahrt, they are talking about the journey or the trip. Zum Beispiel die Busfahrt, die Zugfahrt oder die Autofahrt. If you want to say to fart, you'll need the German word furzen or der Furz for the fart. The next one has recently caused so much laughter among me and my friend. We recently went on a little shopping spree and she bought a perfume called The Morning After. Nothing special you would think at first glance until you realize that after in German actually means anus. This was so hilarious to me that the perfume would be called Morning Anus. Nobody wants to smell like that. She bought the perfume anyways, and it has since become an ongoing joke between the two of us. Speaking of things you can spray on your body, let's talk about the next false friend, mist. In German, this word does not refer to the weather or the face mist that you use for hydrating your skin. It actually means crap. So if you hear a German shout Mist, something has probably gone very wrong. Learning a new language can be tricky, especially when some words seem familiar but actually mean something completely different. If you want to avoid embarrassing misunderstandings and understand these false friends better, I have 3 important tips for you. Number 1, becoming aware of false friends. The first and most important step is to be aware of the fact that similar words do not necessarily mean the same thing. Bearing this in mind, you might want to also research new vocabs before using them. Number 2 is context. Context is another important aspect. Keep in mind that the same word can have different meanings depending on the situation. I always advise my students to learn new vocabulary in context. That way, it's not only going to stick a lot faster, but also you'll understand better how to use them in a sentence. And number 3, read and listen. Immerse yourself through podcasts or videos like on this channel that teach practical German. This is another effective way to expand your vocabulary and using words correctly. So here you have it, 20 German, English, and English-German false friends. I hope you have found this video helpful, and also let me know in the comments which one of these false friends you already knew and which ones were new. I'll be back next week, same time, with another lesson for you guys. Das ist alles für heute. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!